An innocent mother of 6 was killed in a high-speed police chase back in 2017. One of her daughters was in the car with her at the time and suffered a head injury along with broken bones. Chicago police are accused of not using their sirens just before the crash. A jury voted to give the family $10 million, but the city asked for a new trial. Problem is, new evidence has surfaced against police, and now the city wants to give the family nearly 3 times more that. $27 million to avoid that new trial. A warning, some of the video you're about to see may be difficult to watch.
It's been 8.5 years since our mom's been gone. To you guys, that's numbers, but to us, that's lost memories that we could have.
Kimberlyn Myers had just finished a singing event in Indiana, and her mom, Stacy Vaughn-Harrell, was driving her home when this police chase was developing near them. Myers says her mom would be alive if Chicago police officers in hot pursuit would have used their emergency lights and sirens to warn them, because out of nowhere, a white SUV fleeing police struck them, killing her mom and trapping her in the car.
She would have been here. You guys would have just turned on your sirens or something. She would have been here, but you guys didn't.
A jury heard the case in 2023 and gave the family the $10 million verdict. The city didn't want to pay and wanted to appeal for a new trial. But since then, new evidence has surfaced, allegations of a cover-up.
What happened that day was not the work of heroes, it was the work of cowboys who decided they were not only going to pursue a vehicle in violation of department policy, they decided they were going to cover it up.
Newly hired lawyers for the family handling the lawsuit say they found officers on the scene failed to activate their body cameras or turn them off. And 2 officers who did turn their body cameras on waited critical moments to help the victims.
The cover-up was wide. The cover-up was systemic. The cover-up was not part of the first trial, but will be in the second.
They also say 2 officers handling evidence that night are connected to disgraced former police sergeant Ronald Watts and are no longer allowed to testify in criminal court cases because of their tainted reputations.
Their testimony was so lacking in credibility that their affiliation with a convicted felon was so tight that they could not even put them on a witness stand.
Lawyers argue officers involved in the chase wasted critical time trying to cover up the chase instead of immediately helping the trapped women. Myers had a head trauma and lacerated liver.
We tried to catch up to that car. We weren't chasing it. We on-viewed that accident.
From a jury perspective, we now have a different case. We have a different case with new evidence.
On Friday, the city's law department urged the finance committee to approve the settlement to avoid a new jury seeing this video at a new trial.
Video that the plaintiff's attorneys will likely use to argue that our officers were callous. Video of Kimberlyn crawling over her mother's dead body and falling to the ground while officers stood by and watched.
The Finance Committee voted to approve the settlement Friday. The full City Council must agree and votes next week. The city would pay $20 million of the settlement, and the city's insurance would pay the remaining $7 million.